So why are we leaving our home base and our fifth wheel and driving an hour and a half in this Jeep to a Lazy Days RV dealer in Knoxville, Tennessee? That's right, hold on. This is gonna be a wild ride. So yes, we were at another RV dealer. We were looking at another RV. No, it may or may not be exactly what you're thinking. So let us explain.
You have some explaining to do,
some
Lucy.
explaining.
We have decided we want to do the west coast of California. We've dreamed about this since we hit the road, have yet to do it in our 7 years of travel, now starting 8. And so we are pumped for the west coast.
Highway 1, Big Sur, Sequoia National Park, Yosemite National Park, Redwood. I mean, it's packed. The problem is we started researching it and we love our 40-foot solitude. However, when you're at 40 feet, 13 foot, 5, 6, it's very difficult, if not impossible, to stay in these state national parks. We started looking at this road trip to California and we thought, you know what if we got something smaller? What if we got something way smaller?
Like an adventure vehicle.
So we contacted Lazy Days and said, hey, look, we've got this crazy idea, and I want to spend a couple of months on this road trip. Would you want to work together? And they said, yeah, we do. Because this is going to be epic. This road trip is going to be awesome because we're going to talk about, I know fuel prices can be scary. Why did we go the size that we went? What are the pros and cons of that versus the fifth wheel? Can you make reservations not a year out in California in these places? Will we even survive this and make it to California with our 2 kids? In this RV we're about to show you. We love Lazy Days. We've actually been to this Lazy Days before looking at RVs. They have 17 locations in 10 different states. We're super pumped to be working with them on this road trip.
Don't go inside.
You wanna go inside the RVs? Oh, look at this. You find the play area? Oh goodness, we're never gonna get him out of here.
Come on.
Come on, let's go see it. Let's go see it. Come on, let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready to see what we're gonna be taking on our next road trip?
All right, let's go.
JJ is ready. You ready, buddy? You ready to go see it? See what it is? All right, here it is. This is for our next road trip. What is it? Oh! 24-foot mini Winnie Class C.
Yeah, I have yet to even go in one, so I've committed to 2 months of living in this, so let's see.
For all the walkthroughs, I don't think we've ever walked through one of these. We know the layout, we've seen it, we're excited. Whoa, JJ!
Wow, look at that! What do you think? Yeah, we get to drive this one.
I want to try.
You get to drive?
All right, so it's a 2018. It's 23 feet, 10 inches. Are we good to go?
Which is tight.
Are we good to go?
But this was our thinking. If we're going to do this, if we're trying to get small to fit in these state and national parks, we knew we wanted to make this an epic road trip. We love our fifth wheel, but we knew this. If we could just be small and nimble and get into all these amazing campgrounds and go up the coast, like we just knew that would just give us the most adventure we could get. And so this is our adventure road trip vehicle for the next 2 months.
This size, I think this layout, I mean in my head at least, I think it's gonna be perfect for what we want to do. Is that gonna be your bed?
Yeah.
Oh, Hensley's gonna be so excited.
Yeah.
So Hensley's with her friend today. She's meeting us up here. So she will get to check this out later, but Hensley's excited that her and JJ get to sleep together because they sleep in separate spaces in the fifth wheel. So they are going to get some sibling love this road trip. That's a good sized bed though.
No, it is. That's huge. That's bigger than our bed in the back. We
switch with them.
We could.
The number one question, how much closet space do I get, Nathan?
I think we're gonna have a lot more questions than just the closet space, but that is a start.
Literally, that looks
huge. It always looks huge when it's empty.
It does, but that's been the question I've been stewing on is like, how do I pack for this? How do I have I love clothes.
A couple drawers.
No, that's actually really great.
Well, the thing is,
it's probably food.
Our kitchen, I was about to say, our kitchen stuff has to go somewhere, so.
Food, clothing. No, this is actually bigger than I expected too. See, we had these expectations because we hadn't seen it. I'm really impressed with the size here. Yeah.
So initial reaction, scared, but pumped. Is that what's your initial reaction here?
Same. Like I enjoy this lifestyle because I enjoy like the challenge and pushing myself. And you know, we lived in the Airstream for 3 years and now we're in a 40-foot solitude, which I love stretching our feet, but I miss being nimble. And this was just a route that like being small and nimble is just going to really pay off and give us a ton of adventure. So when I see this space, I'm thinking of all the adventures we're going to have. And this is a great space to do that.
What kind of RV is
What's
this?
this?
What is this?
It's a Class C.
Yeah, it's a Class C.
Wow.
Look, there's an engine up.
There's an engine.
Engine up at Class C.
Yeah, it is engine in a Class C.
That's a good looking engine.
So Mike with Lazy Days is going to give us a walkthrough, which this is the walkthrough they also do, like if you're buying an RV, used, new, always do a walkthrough and always pay attention to the walkthrough. I have learned something every single time I've done a walkthrough.
Now the actual only time you need to open the back of your fridge area is if you open your fridge and you smell ammonia. That means we have a leak in our cooling system. You should also have a yellow powder inside here that's called sodium chromate, which is the leak detectant in your cooling system.
Come here, Mom.
Whoa.
Wow, that's a lot of storage.
That is a lot of storage.
Wow.
We are plugged into shore power.
Okay.
So once your generator starts, it defaults to generator power. So for generator power, you're traveling down the road, you must plug your 30 amp cord back into itself. The block.
I did not know this.
So these are the older Class Cs.
Okay.
So now they all have transfer switches.
Okay.
And the generator goes through. This one does not.
Okay.
Plug it back into itself to generate generator power.
So just as a habit, and there's gonna be a lot of new things with this, we're gonna make habits, but as a habit, basically, anytime I unplug the shore, Mike's saying, just go ahead, when I store it in here, just go ahead and plug it up. Habit, plug it up, Nathan, mental note.
Slide out rubber seal conditioner. Spray it on all the way around your seals. Up the sides, across the top, down the bottom. Once you have it applied, run your slides in and out 2 to 3 times. If you forget to drain your fresh tank and you leave water in there over time, it will breed algae. Then it goes through your pump and it gets pumped throughout your system. So, once a year thing, freshwater sanitation. UV protection for your roof. Spray it on, sponge mop it on, let it air dry. This is a once a year treatment. This is called Piranha. Piranha is a very good thing.
I've never heard of that one.
What it does is it rapidly eliminates odor, devours waste and tissue, cleans your tank sensors, lubricates your tank valves, and each ounce of this contains 30 billion microbes.
Oh, that's a lot of storage.
Generator start and stop. I'm gonna hit the start button and hold. Generator starts.
Tank valves, yep. Refrigerator.
Go with the wow.
That's an easy one.
Not NA.
NA, we'll do that. All right, this is gonna be so awesome. So we have finished the walkthrough on the Class C. Checking it out, everything looks great, looks clean, looks ready to go. Now we'll be taking the Jeep, hooking it up. Because although we think we installed everything we need, I wanna make sure, absolutely sure, everything works with the Jeep, the braking, the whole deal before we go down the road with this thing. Man, that thing looks short.
Okay.
Okay, so we're testing the brakes. It's a great system, but it's physically involving wires, so it's got to be tested. All braking systems need to be tested, but I know, buddy. You all done?
He's sleepy.
That's gonna be us. All right, we're gonna go.
All right. And we're off. This is a different experience.
A little bit different. Fueled up. Made our first stop. What's it like just having dinner there?
Right? We actually fit in a Cracker Barrel spot now.
So we're gonna show you guys it's kind of the purchase, the walkthrough, the pickup, and now we're gonna do what really should be done every time you get an RV, the shakedown trip. So we're heading east from here, about another, it's supposed to be 30 minutes. I think it's like an hour, traffic's picking up. But an hour from here, Pigeon Forge area to do like a shakedown. Shakedown is basically where we're gonna like even though we tested things for a short amount of time on the walkthrough, you test things just a little bit longer. So before we take it out for 2 months, we put it through a little bit harder run through for one night.
See if we can get the Jeep unhooked. Nathan's working on it.
Not done this in forever. If I took this whole thing off and just kept it, or if I just wrapped it around, I know this is gonna flip back up.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we towed anything.
So, I don't think I remember taking all this off. We'll do it this time, just so.
Look how little.
It's so naughty. I watched him pulling it out and I was like,
I literally watched you go that way and I'm like, I know he's next to me. Is he just showing off that he can literally come in the wrong direction and still get into the spot?
so crazy. JJ fought it all day and then finally gave up. It's almost dinner time, buddy. That booger went to sleep.
Did he?
Yes. All day he fought it.
That's how it goes. I think reality is starting to set in of like,
We're out for the smallest RV
We
in
are
this
usually-
entire RV park.
usually people are
We're usually
like,
the biggest, or one of the biggest.
like, oh, look at that huge RV, and now it's like, I think reality is setting in that this is our home for the next 2 months.
Well, here's the question: Are we we're running gun? We're not super worried if we're slight land level kind of campers. Are we? I've got to get this leveled every time we get in. Are we gonna try it like it is, and just see if we can like go with the flow like in a boat or something? Or do you think I need to get it? You wanna try it first?
Well, that's what a shakedown's for. We can
All right.
try it this night, I guess.
We're gonna try it without leveling it all the way. Yeah, we're walking around in it. I don't think we can do it. We can't do it. Okay, forget it. I'm so exhausted. Done. Marissa's making the bed. No joke, she gives up. Just gives up 50% of the time. And I find her just laying there next to the boat.
Have you ever done this by yourself? It's exhausting.
She coming? You ready? Hensley.
She said, I want to come see my bed.
Wow!
You like it?
I'll sit right here next to JJ when you guys
I think
are
that's
driving.
your seatbelt's right there. JJ's is right here. You wanna climb up there?
Uh-huh.
Go climb up there.
Show Cece the bed. Show her the bed.
Okay, so the initial plan was to just get set up because it's our shakedown trip. But yeah, it's not how we always roll. It's just not enough. This is a long day, but we got stuff to get done, right? So no, a typical shakedown, we've been testing water, electric, and sewer, which is all looking good so far. But did you know we like our lithium? So Battleborn has sent us 2 100 amp hour lithium batteries and a converter. And in all honesty, I was gonna install this when I got back to our home base because we're going from here for the shakedown trip to the home base for one night. And then we're gonna pack everything back at the home base. Well, turns out Lindsay and Stuart, living small, dreaming big, we're on their way out from our home base this direction. They're actually with us. Most of this is gonna be a drop-in replacement install. It just hit me this is this is technically Lazy Days RV, but I'm taking good care of this, Jason. Like we're not damaging anything. We're just swapping out the converter, I promise. They're never gonna let me. Okay, so the batteries are easy. I'll show you guys the batteries in a second. They're under here. That's drop in, simple. But the problem, I thought it would have a regular converter like close to the battery area or close to the panel. And it does have a converter, but it's a, is that a built-in? Is that what that's called?
Yeah, built into the panel itself.
So it's like a built-in converter, not the same size as the Progressive Dynamics converter that we needed to charge the lithium batteries. Because lithium batteries are drop-in, but technically most converters, now if you got a converter in the last year or two, you might be okay, you can check, but most converters don't have the option to actually charge at the voltage they need to for lithium batteries. By the way, if you do work inside your 24-foot Class C, it's very tight. There's nowhere to put stuff. So just in full disclosure, I'm gonna show everything we're doing. I'll check with Stuart, but I think the plan is to just take these wires out and put the new converter back in here somewhere, and then we're good. As a side note, there is no underbed storage in this model. It's all in outer bay storage. Still the same amount of storage, maybe even more storage technically. It's all one giant area.
That's a lot of storage.
So what we're gonna end up doing is just pulling through new 12-volt wires through the back. We're gonna mount this up here. That way we have enough wire to run that back down into the panel. I'm just gonna disconnect that, but leave it in place. That way it's just there. And
And this is why this project was not intended to start tonight, but
yeah, I just went camping. And
He
all
looked
of a
at his
sudden-
watch.
yeah,
He's so mad at
all of
me.
a sudden he pulled in. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock.
just realized I don't even have a pocket knife. I've got like nothing with me. I'll go get these other batteries up. This is already more power than both the batteries that are currently in the rig. So. And then we're doubling that. So 200 amp hours. All right, converter's in. Almost tucked in nice and neat underneath there. Do you have it swapped out later?
What do you think about the Class C?
I love it.
Do you? All right, we made it our first night in our shakedown trip, which we highly recommend a shakedown because our first RV, we did a shakedown and we literally broke down 15 minutes from home. Had to be towed, the whole deal. This is when we first hit the road. I call it the initiation process. I feel like everybody gets initiated to the RV life. Last night, everything was great with the RV. The kids, that was an adjustment period. We actually got no sleep last night, really. There was an adjustment with the... I'm going to call you out, JJ. That was you, kid.
Well, even the Airbnbs, anything we've done where we have sleep in a totally new place the first night is like that. So we're hoping it's going to get better as we go. But I'm going on caffeine today. And I'm looking for this RV bus parking. I think I've seen it up here before. I didn't see the signs back there. This is the first time we've ever done this too, is bring an RV into Dollywood to park. So we'll show you if it can be done and where it's at.
We love this area. It's just a little slice of home to us. So any chance we get to run over here and spend the day and get some cinnamon bread. The cinnamon bread's where it's at. You'll thank me later. All right, we found the buses. So I think we found the RV parking. We have found sometimes if you have an RV, they put you closer because you are closer to the buses. We've seen that in a few different parks before. So sometimes it helps to have your RV with you. Up on that roller coaster. There we go.
All right, we're in with all the buses. We're not that far. I think that's the entrance right up there. It's already really cool to have everything with us wherever we're going. So I hope I make it, but this bed might be calling my name in the middle of...
I knew you were gonna leave and come take a nap.
I haven't done it yet. We'll see how the coffee does.
I knew you were.
We'll see how the coffee does. What do you think of those umbrellas, Hensley?
It's really cool.
Spring Flower and Food Festival time here.
All around my neighborhood, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
How many did we do? One or two?
I did one, but I got two Ausins, so we're good.
We'll see if that's a good call or not.
I was starting my diet today, though. This is...
Not a good day to start your diet. I'm not believing you. I totally think you two ate one on the way up. But Dollywood today, we rode Ride. You rode the Dragonfly, this one coming right here? Wow. To Ride. JJ talked to a talking vulture. But ultimately, we all know we're here for this.
No trip is complete here without our cinnamon bread. It's our favorite. And we're gonna fight over it. I'm on a diet.
Only one. I still don't believe. I think you.
I'm watching what I'm eating.
Did you want
So I did one bread instead of our typical two.
That's still a lot of bread. Hensley, you don't want any, right? So none for Hensley and JJ. who is still recovering from not sleeping last night. Let's get to eating this. If we haven't mentioned it before, if you come to Dollywood, you have to get the bread. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Is that good, buddy?
So much.
Yes. If you clap when it's done, that's icing.
Okay, RV is picked up. RV is shook down. RV is officially parked in Dollywood.
Have a shakedown. Shake it out, Hensley.
The adventure has begun. Next video, we have to figure out how are we going to get our stuff from the fifth wheel into this to live in this for 2 months. So that's going to be, we've literally not planned this stuff out. So one day we're hoping to do that.
We got tomorrow. Yeah.
We got tomorrow. And then we're on the road, season 25. We're super pumped. We know this is not going to be easy, but we know this is going to be exciting. And we cannot wait to share this journey and this, and this road trip with you. All right, we got about a 3-hour drive to get back to our home base. Next video, we're gonna be packing up. Until then, we will catch you guys later.